So here we are once again, and what I'm about to go through now is the two videos. One's a story that appeared on InfoWars by Paul Watson, and recently there's a video Alex Jones did about the moving nuclear missiles. I'll get into that in a moment, but we'll first go into the first story. Now, as you all know by now, that there's been a chemical weapons attack. Now, pretty much guaranteed it's Assad's government that's done it. But not according to Paul Watson, who apparently, according to a guy apparently who's from the Associated Press, made, and is their Middle East correspondent, found that, a rebel came out and said, "Oh no, it was us that did it. It was because we didn't know how to handle them, and it was they went off by accident, and they were given to us by Saudi Arabia and Prince so and so from there." So I'm like, okay, because if that's true, then that's quite a big story. Now we get into the article. Now again, they're claiming this guy is from the Associated Press, but the link they give you, and this is important, does not go to the Associated Press website. It takes you to some website called Milkia or something like that, and it's been down for the past couple of weeks. In fact, ever since I've saw this story, the website has been down. You haven't been able to access it. Now, my first question is this: why would someone who's with the Associated Press post their story, and an important story if it's true, on a random, what appears to be a random blog, and not on the Associated Press website? Why? Well, if you've been actually paying attention and not listening to Jones or Watson on this subject, you'll know this, that the Assad regime and the rebels are involved in a propaganda war online. Particularly the rebels are using YouTube to promote clips, and Assad's government has been making blogs about from supposed rebels saying they're doing all this terrible stuff to their, captured, to the soldiers that they capture. Does Alex Jones care? Nope, because this fits perfectly into his agenda of promoting World War III. Well, trying to whip up a frenzy, because that's what he always tries to do, whip up a frenzy. So, now you have this problem. That's the first story, and why it's basically bullshit. And again, it shows what a ridiculous reporter Watson is, that anything that proves, or somehow proves his case, doesn't matter if it's fake, they will post it. Doesn't matter. So now we go on to the second story. And the second story is that, there's this nuclear missile on his base, and apparently they were moved or disappeared, and apparently this comes from their top sources on their military base. Now let's review the facts on this. Stuff containing to movement of nuclear weapons, or where nuclear weapons are in general, are probably a top level military secret. Now, I don't have to tell you that last time what happened, someone released top level military secrets. That was Bradley Manning, of course, who is now basically in jail for life. So my question is why aren't the CIA and FBI, literally finger, all up in Alex Jones's offices and searching his premises and things like that? Because that's what they would do. And you say, oh, well, they don't want to, you know, confirm it was true or not. It was the exact same thing with Bradley Manning. It doesn't matter. He released all that information, and he's just like, well, or, you know, the government doesn't want to find out it's true. Well, why didn't they arrest him? Well, why did they arrest him then? You know, I'm sorry, but if the information Alex Jones had supposedly uncovered was true, the FBI and CIA would be up in his ass by now. You know, he wouldn't be broadcasting, he'd be off air, literally. And then they go on to the second part of that little conversation. We'll have a guy phone up a military base and just go, I'm asking for, you know, top-level secret military access. I want to know this. I demand to know this. I have no right to know this. Give me the information. And the person says, rightly so, doesn't give it to him. And yet, apparently, that's proof that they've stolen this nuclear weapon. You know, and then it goes on to something that always fascinates me. Always fascinates me. He says, oh, it's the globalists. Really, who are the globalists, Alex? Who are they? Because you never say anything, and I wonder why. Why? Because you have a lot of very, very paranoid followers. And basically, if you ever mentioned a name of one of these globalists, I guarantee they would be at least attacked, maybe shot, or maybe even worse. So, he doesn't mention their names because he doesn't want to get sued. That's why. So, again, more atrocious, you know, reporting from InfoWars, and basically more bullshit. Basically, that's the best way to put it. You know, I've been doing this for over a year, and you know, I can't believe the amount of stuff he puts out and gets away with.